Okay, cool. So we'll just cover the sales rep first. Okay, the ideal, the golden boy, the Adonis, okay, whatever, sales rep. So I was having a conversation with Charlie here, and we were talking about, hey, when do we hire and how do we manage the hiring process? So I think the first and foremost is you guys need to have an expectation of 45 days to 3 months generally, and you should be prepared for some downturn, okay, but you should also understand based on historicals on what you should expect. So I'll tell you what we expect. We expect that all of our reps in the beginning should be doing at least 8 to 12 units in their first month, okay? Now, conversion rate wise, this will vary, but we do throw a full calendar at them if we can. Now, when you do make the hire that you make is like a very calculated bet in the stock market. You see all of the trends, all of the signs, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna bet on this one. Now, you may spread your bet and put it on 2 different reps at the same time, but generally, I want you guys to have that mentality of I'm gonna spend money, potentially lose some money, whatever it might be, because the outcome of what you get from it is gonna be so good, okay? So I'll give you some perspective. It took us, I think it was like 6 months. It's like 6 months to find our champion third. That's how long it took, okay? And we had to burn through, I think it was like 4 reps, okay, in order just to find the one. Burnt through a lot of money, burnt through a lot of things, but this champion now, he's closing deals every day. He's my homeboy, you know what I mean? And like, it's just so great. And now we have a champion team of 3. But we need a champion team of 6. So I keep talking about this cutting and bulking. And so you guys really have to be ready for this cycle, okay? So this cycle of providing, and there's different ways you can do this as well, but you could hire in 2s. I think it's very popular in the space. Split the calendar between both of them. And this is what I do personally, is I say to him, he's competing against you. I literally do that. I'll say he's competing against you, and if you don't make it, you're out. So it's a little bit hardcore. I obviously don't do this with, everyone, but most of the reps I bring on board, I'll do this. It's because I want to set the standard very early on. And so what we're doing, we're optimizing to find the great reps, because the great reps are the ones who are going to make you the $10 million per year, the $50 million per year as a team. So we're going to talk about what to look for in just a second, but ramp up should be like 8 to 12 units for us, for our price per unit, and our learning curve of how long it takes to understand you guys, basically consultant clients, quite difficult. Next month, we're going to be looking at 10 to 15 units. And then the final month is going to be the 15 to 20 units. Okay. Now, we have guys that do 8 to 12 in the first month and the second month. In week 2, they're at 2 units, and we know that the gamble is over and they're out, right? So you can cut people earlier, and it's very difficult to do this because if you're a manager and you're a leader, you love people, and also you've been a sales guy for a long time, you understand like you build these bonds with these guys and you have to let them go. It's tough, right? But for the benefit of the business, you guys have to make fast firing and hiring decisions. Now, just because it's 2 units, it doesn't mean you get rid of them. You look at what's happened, okay? Look at the marketing, listen to the calls. If the leads are bad, if the marketing is different, if there's something that's happening, and this will translate into the conversation that we have later about projections, and I'll try to get to that as fast as I can, and how you think about projections each month for your sales team. Very important topic. But, we'll decide, hey, look, I can hear the leads are good. Everything is good. You're just somewhere else, man. And I don't know what it is. But for the benefit of you, you shouldn't be here anymore, right? And then we'll let go of that person. But typically, the 3 months is going to be 8 to 12, 10 to 15, 15 to 20. So for you guys, look at your best. Look at how things started with some of your top reps or your average reps. And average reps are still important. And then make a decision. Make a decision on what your ramp up should look like. That will give you the measuring stick of what your expectation is when you hire someone. Because, you guys, you just want to, and I keep emphasizing this, but you want to have the right idea or understanding of something, when you do it. So if your understanding is, okay, they should be at 25% conversion ratio and they should be this and they should be that, you'll be sorely disappointed and you'll lose a great talent that you could have nurtured, you could have matured it. At the same time, it's the opposite. You should know what to look for because you should know who just is not good for the job. You know, typically, we had this one guy that we brought on board. He's super talented, man. But within 1 week, we just knew it wasn't a fit. And then we let go of him after a week.